A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena. And his thing.
Hey, Kevin.
He sure does. Fantastic, David. Thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Malik Beasley out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Russell left side. Now, here's Adams. Here's Dort. Lays it up off the glass. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Up again. It's good on the putback.
The long arms, the positioning. Towns is excellent at knowing how to gobble up those second chance opportunities.
Paul outside. There's the triple. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Beasley. Over to the left wing. Here's Okogie. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And Paul played in his 10th NBA All-Star game last year after having missed the event 3 years in a row.
And some of that could have been health, and then obviously some of it was fit with other teams. But this Thunder offense has really played to Chris Paul's strengths and working through a ton of options, sometimes playing deep into the shot clock. Again, highly efficient and one of the best mid-range players, and then working alongside Steven Adams. This has been a bit of a symphony here.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. From deep. That shot misses. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And the dunk by Towns.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there. Would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Fires from deep. Minnesota with the rebound. Now Russell. To the middle. Here's Towns.
Oh, man. Fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. D'Lo at that size has great court vision and a great pass.
Now here's Paul. 1:35 left to play in the first. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Paul's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Thunder. Beasley outside. And Towns gets it to go.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 off target. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. Beasley outside. From deep 3-point range, the rebound by Steven Adams. The Thunder have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Back to Paul. 32 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Dort. He's guarded by Russell. Dort passes to Adams. And too long on the shot.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Pass to Russell. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. The shot.
And it's always great to see Gallo play that kind of defense, stepping up to the...
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun.
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Lehman. Evans out there with Culver. Then it's Johnson, and it's Towns. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. It's stolen by Muscala. Ferguson, the pass to Diallo. Count it, good. Diallo's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint. And Bones, although Ferguson may not have stuffed the stat sheet last season, he had some incredibly spectacular plays.
Oh, yeah, he can get up and sky and plays above the rim, and you love those kind of plays. But for this team, they're just hoping for more consistency from Terrence Ferguson, who continues to show some signs that the talent is there.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. Guys, they do seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
Well, as a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out for it. David, thank you for that one. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
And last season, Karl Anthony Towns shooting over 40% from three-point range with over 8 attempts a game. I mean, Greg, he is in the conversation, don't you think, for best three-point shooting center of all time.
It's amazing, Kevin. His volume of threes is unprecedented for the center position. And it's not just standstill. Catch and shoot triples. He's hitting step backs. He could have that title when it's all said and done.
Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I tell you, Kevin, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having. I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Shooter passes to Noel. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Timberwolves trail by 4. Ball stolen. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Here's Muscala. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Clearly a foul.
It's his first trip to the line. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alinari comes in for Terrence Ferguson. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Diallo. And it's Paul in for Dennis Schroeder. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for Minnesota. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Culver.
Yeah, he looked too comfortable as Russell got into a nice rhythm from the mid-range.
Here's Paul. Connects in the foul line jumper. Paul's got the lead back up to 6 now for the Thunder.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
1:12 left in the first half. Pass to Russell. High post shot. It's hauled in by Adams.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Tipped away, and they're pushing it up. Here's Reed, the big dunk at the end of the break.
Now, I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Paul against Russell. To the inside, and Adams kicks to Muscala. Off target at the rim.
Well, the D's so tight on him, and it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And it's denied. Here's Okogie. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Back to Russell. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed. Chris Paul had a huge first quarter. He had 12 points, 2 assists. Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at it.
Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the 3. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the 2nd dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line, throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Back to Gallinari. His first attempt of the game finds the target. Gallinari's got the lead up to 8 now for Oklahoma City. The Timberwolves working the ball around now, and that one good.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Paul with the ball. 12 points for him. Gallinari left side. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Towns with it. Now defended by Adams. Paul with the steal. Drive by Adams. And stolen by Russell. Takes it from 10. Beasley finds Towns. Tips it back in. Okogie's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Here's Paul. Now the feed to Adams. And that one is off. Towns with the defensive effort. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Beasley with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Back to Beasley. Johnson surveying the floor. For the tie. The Thunder pull it in. And here's Diallo. Gallinari in the corner. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Beasley outside. Takes it from 10, and he drops that one in. Beasley's got his first bucket of the night. The Thunder leading by 3. The pass to Ferguson. Schroeder with the ball. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Count that bucket. Schroeder's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is why Schroeder has the ball in that situation. If the pick comes, he knows how to capitalize.
Johnson kicks to Culver. Back to Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. That'll put Gallinari at the line. That one is on Towns. And the Thunder making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. Down low. Here's Reed. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 4th rebound in this one. Ferguson's shot is good. And the Thunder lead by 8.
And Ferguson showing off a little bit of maybe that strength that we so often talk about he needs to put on.
To the middle. Here's Reed. The shot missing. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
And remember, an early part of the process in Philadelphia, it's taken Noel a little time to define his role in the league.
The length and athleticism is just something that you can't teach, and that keeps people intrigued about Nerlens Noel. His skill set continues to be a work in progress, but there's been some signs of a turn for Noel now.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Gallinari. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Layman pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 8. Pass to Noel. No good from 11 feet. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Muscala. High post try. They get it back. Noel. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Oklahoma City in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Layman, and it's Okogie in the small forward position. The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it to Schroeder. From outside the arc. But they get it back. Noel dishes to Muscala. Back to Noel. Tries again. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Russell with a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a A lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Hernan Gomez is checked in. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter, and it's Paul missing.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. And Russell puts up a deep three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. From the arc. Rebound by Okogie. Timberwolves trail by 10. Towns, the pass to Okogie. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Adams. Deflects the pass. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And the basket by Okogie.
Traditionally, that's how you want to finish the break, right at the rim.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. Oh, and with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Okogie, the pass to Towns. Over Adams. Misses off the right iron. The Thunder leading by 10. To the inside. A nice shot by Gallinari. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden. I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on.
Well, you can call D'Angelo a combo guard, but part of that is the scoring, showing it off now.
Paul against Russell. Paul outside. Gallinari dishes to Paul. Gallinari against Hernan Gomez. 5 on the clock. Gallinari passes to Adams. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Adams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Thunder. Towns with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Russell. It's on target from the high post. Russell's got 4 this quarter.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Paul with the 3. The shot, no good. Timberwolves trail by 10. Towns kicks to Hernan Gomez. Beasley, the pass to Towns. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Johnson's checked in. It's Beasley on the wing. Towns down low. Adams defending. And it's Towns missing. Towns against Paul. Pass to Adams. No one near him. That shot, no good. And Minnesota will come the other way.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
To the wing right side. Here's Gallinari. Sweet move. And he lays it up and in. And the Thunder lead by 12.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for...
for the land of the...
It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan, payday.
Kevin, good evening.
Knows it very well, D.A. Thank you so much. And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for the Timberwolves, Beasley is out there with Russell. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him. And basketball in the blood for Devin Booker. I mean, his father, Melvin, started at the University of Missouri and played pro ball. Started in high school. Devin trained with his father, trying to follow his path. And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Kicks it to Johnson. Pass to Booker. Inside, just 5 on the clock. He can't get that one. Timberwolves go the other way with it. And we know the story. Booker moving from Michigan to Mississippi to live with his father and develop his skills.
And 4:30 a.m. alarms to train on the beach before the summer sun. Getting to practice 2 hours early and staying late. Booker, not a freak athlete, so he had to work harder and drill the fundamentals. Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Now, here is Russell. His 3-pointers off the mark. Russell against Rubio. Now, Booker takes the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Booker's got 5 points so far.
And really, Booker is as lethal as they come from deep. Can't allow him to get into a groove.
Here's Towns. Another miss by Minnesota.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Ayton lays it up and banks it in.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Feeds it to Towns. And the shot is long.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Johnson surveying the floor. Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Rubio. Pass to Ayton. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a...
Goodness! That was effective. How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Towns continues to impress.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Some changes for Minnesota. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And Jake Layman subbed in for Beasley. And then for Phoenix, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for 8. Sharge comes in for Johnson. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys.
Booker outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He has 7.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Out to Russell. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Carter finds Bridges. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And the layup is good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
And it's Carter missing. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Timberwolves. They trail by 9 points. 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Pass to Reed. Kicks it out to Johnson. The tray. Saric grabs the board. Suns leading by 9. There's the pass to Bridges. The dish to Baines. Sinks that one from the post.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Jerome passes to Saric. Now, here's Bridges. Out to Carter. Over Culver. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns lead by 9. And recently, D'Angelo Russell, Greg, told us about some offseason work.
Man, I picked a lot of people's brains, going in.
Greg doing what he can do to reach that immense potential.
You know, the talent is there. There's never been a question about that, but you also have to be reliable and accountable, both to yourself and to your team. Sounds like that's becoming his focus.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
They've got Layman. He's out there with James Johnson, and it's Culver in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves.
And, the thing about Kaminsky is he is a skilled shooter, but also a factor near the rim, too.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Noel passes to Reed, off on the layup. Suns leading by 7. Passes it to Saric. Bridges dishes to Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Saric passes to Kaminsky. Here's Jerome. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Carter with it. Back to Kaminsky. Over Reed. No good off the back of the rim. And there's the whistle. That goes on Frank Kaminsky. That is his first foul of the game. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for James Johnson. And Phoenix also making a switch. Rubio's checked in. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. So it's Phoenix now. They've led by as many as 11 points. To the paint. Here's Ayton. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Boy, that was a momentum killer to start last season, wasn't it, Greg? 25-game suspension for DeAndre Ayton.
And he sprained his ankle in his return game. With the Suns at full strength, able to win some games, he's obviously a huge part of their future.
And it's Rubio penetrating, and Ayton throws it down.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does, seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Beasley outside. To the wing on the left. Pass to Towns. Takes the 13-footer. Rebound by the Suns. Inside, Johnson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Johnson's got the lead up to 12 now for Phoenix.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Towns with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Hernan Gomez passes to Beasley. The feed to Towns. Back to Beasley. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Just 5 to shoot. Towns against Johnson.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. Leading by 12. Beasley against Booker. No good. His first miss after 3 makes.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Here's Russell. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Booker outside. Ayton against Towns. And it's Ayton missing for Minnesota. They've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Tries from 10. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 5 rebounds tonight. Oubre passes to Johnson. Ayton in the corner. He got it up. And so it's Phoenix enjoying.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Out in front at the half is Phoenix. They are leading by 12. And over to That's all for now. 6.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And it's Devin Booker with the rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Russell with the bucket.
Well, I think the more Russell looks to score from there, guys, the more dangerous he becomes.
Rubio finds Ayton. 90 seconds now into the second half. No good from Booker.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's a Kogi, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're doing work here in the second half, 3 or 4 to start. And the Timberwolves have made it clear Karl Anthony Towns is their franchise player. He's the guy they're building around.
Kicks it out to Rubio. Back to Oubre. Booker in the post. Covered by Beasley. And it's Ayton missing. And we've heard Towns for years pronouncing his happiness with the Timberwolves. Last season, Greg, as the losses piled up, some rumors that he was getting frustrated.
Well, we've seen this pattern with the Timberwolves before, right? Kevin Garnett, Kevin Love, all-star big men who ended up leaving the Twin Cities to win titles.
And finish off by Hernan Gomez.
Well, they're getting stops, and they're attacking on the offensive end.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this one. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
No good from Booker. And here are the Timberwolves. They're on a 10-2 run here. Russell left side. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Ayton.
Attacking on the drive, and that's going to give Russell some free throws this time.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed's checked in. Johnson comes in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman's checked in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Malik Beasley.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
They might have the lead, but what they don't have is the momentum right now. So that was a big basket for them.
Johnson surveying the floor. Culver in the corner. Timberwolves passing it around. Pass to Reed. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Reed's got 6 points.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
This game was in danger of getting away from them. They've made a nice push to keep it close.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
To the middle. Here's Reed. Hangs. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Phoenix leading by 6. Carter on the wing. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in. Sharge checked in for Phoenix. Culver passes to Reed. He dishes it to Culver. There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Kaminsky, the pass to Carter. And the layup falls. And the Suns lead by 8.
Worked that one inside nicely.
On the wing, Johnson. 30 seconds left in the third. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. Beasley's checked in for Minnesota. And a change for the Suns. Booker, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Suns leading by 8. Now here is Carter. And the shot is good. Carter's got 6 here in this quarter.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Culver, and he banks in the layup. Culver's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, I love Culver's assertiveness right there. He did not let the contact bother him at all.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat, up 8 points. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Culver out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's James Johnson. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
So good to see young players have a feel for creating for others. And Culver flashes potential as a real playmaker.
And coming into the 2019 draft, Jarrett Culver seen as a prospect with a high floor, but perhaps a limited upside. Clark, do you see that?
Yeah, you know what, Greg? I think it's one way to look at it. I kind of look at it this way. You have to keep raising your basement so that your low is higher as you go through. And I do think he's got a pretty good upside. Most of it is going to depend on how he develops as a perimeter shooter.
Russell finds Beasley. Back to Russell. Shoots over Rubio, and it's Russell missing. Suns leading by 5. Booker dishes to Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Ayton kicks to Rubio. Now the pass to Booker. Second chance shot, and the layup is good. And the Suns lead by 9.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
Beasley outside. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. The drive by Booker. It's stolen. And even 3-on-3 break. Beasley against Johnson. Beasley left side. Here's Reed. The rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. They played a great 4th quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. Oubre finds Rubio. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on D'Angelo Russell.
And you wonder if it's a good idea to foul Rubio there. I mean, he shot well under 40% from the field for his career, but at the line, he's north of 80%.
Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly, born and raised.
Hey, I tell you what, I've got a 39-inch shirt sleeve. Karl Anthony Towns has to be north of 40, and with that reach, you can see why he snatches up those rebounds.
Here's Rubio, and foul on the shot he'll shoot. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Rubio outside. On the wing, Booker. And it's Rubio penetrating. Ayton. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Russell passes to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
I'll tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
We've got 1:08 left to play here in the fourth. And here's Rubio. Oubre outside. The shot comes out, and Minnesota now the other way. Now Hernan Gomez. Here's a Kogi, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Booker the pass to Johnson. Back to Booker. Rubio. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Banked in off the glass.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
And stolen by Ayton. Here's Rubio. Ayton in the high post.
And, you know, on the defensive end, that's the intensity Russell's coaches want to see more of from him.
So it's the Suns win. An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrive.
Well, Kevin, Devin.
Special talent indeed. David, thank you. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. Adams' shot is good.
Well, simply stated, Steven Adams is a force to be reckoned with rebounding the basketball.
Down low. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter. And becoming more of a playmaker. Doris, I think that's where Adams made the most in terms of improvement last season.
The numbers would back that up, Greg, because he practically doubled his assist rate. The Thunder actually ran their offense through him a little bit more often, and the team shared the ball more as a whole. For Brad Stevens, he said OKC was one of his favorite teams to watch last season, and there were many people who felt the same way.
And here is Johnson following the 3 from Chris Paul. Rubio finds Oubre. Booker looking around. 6 on the shot clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Quality decision making off that pick and roll. Booker just taking what the defense gives him.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well. Great chemistry between two teammates. Love the passing.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rejection by Ayton. And now the Suns a fast break. And here's Booker from the arc. Ayton. And Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got 6.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Paul against Rubio. Paul passes to Adams. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And the Thunder pushing it up now. Gallinari running. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Well, Gallinari a scorer at heart, but how about the unselfishness? Perfectly sets up his open teammate.
Booker outside. Kicks it to Johnson. Back to Booker. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And the dunk by Booker.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is engaged and comes up with a key steal there.
And they double up Paul. Knocked away and stolen by Booker. Johnson with it. Now defended by Adams. Back to Booker. Pass to Johnson. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Passes it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Well, that's the court awareness of Mr. Devin Booker. This guy increasingly becoming such a good passer.
Paul with the 3. Rubio with the rebound.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And here's Booker from the arc. Kept alive. No good there. Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Such a smoothness and ease to the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays. What a pretty drive. Makes it look easy.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Ayton. Over Gallinari. And again, it's the Suns missing.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Oubre. And Adams kicks to Paul. That will count. DeAndre Ayton, he has been the guy making things happen for the Phoenix Suns. Scoring, rebounding. When it comes to the art of providing leadership, CP3.
The guys on the team already tell me I talk too much a lot. You know, I'm
Well said. He does a great job of keeping everyone involved and on the same page.
And Kevin, he practices what he preaches. He plays the right way and motivates his teammates to do the same.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Suns. Inside, Saric and Baines. Then there's Carter. Then it's Bridges. And it's Jerome in at the point. The pass to Jerome. Saric outside. This is to Baines. Back to Saric. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jerome. That shot off. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
Here's Schroeder. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Phoenix leading by 3. Carter outside. Bridges passes to Baines. Carter outside. Back to Baines.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And it's Schroeder in the corner. Oklahoma City moving it around. Here's Diallo. It's good. Diallo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Jerome passes to Carter. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Now Noel to the inside. And Muscala kicks to Ferguson. Right wing. Pass to Muscala. Carter against Schroeder.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Jerome passes to Saric. There's the dish to Baines. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for the Thunder. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shakes him.
And Devin Booker in the 3rd year of that 5-year, $158 million contract. coming off his first All-Star selection and his most efficient scoring season. Man, it's hard to imagine what's coming next.
I think, Greg, he's desperate to make the playoffs, right? He's doing his part. He's improving on the defensive end. He's been an eye-popping scorer throughout the early part of his career. Now it's all about, can he create team success?
That one goes. Count it. Booker's got the lead up to 5 now for the Suns. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And he gets it to go. Adams has got his second basket of the game.
There is a persistence about Steven Adams. Quality defense will not deter this guy if he wants to score. Nice finish.
Dort passes to Gallinari. Ball outside. Shoots over Rubio. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Paul.
Well, there's been a consistency to the perimeter game of Chris Paul. That jump shot as reliable as it gets. Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And even 3-on-3 break. Booker finds Ayton. Back to Booker. And here is Ayton. Adams defending. Ayton, the pass to Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
Paul looking around. Gallinari outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A tremendous start for DeAndre Ayton. He had 10 points, 8 rebounds. Thanks for joining us.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. DeAndre Ayton has been sensational.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in at the small forward position. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
Pocket 2. And here is Adams. Passes it to Dort. Oubre pulls it in.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Ayton, the pass to Booker. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break champs.
With repetition, you can see the court awareness of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander developing. This guy is going to be a problem as a passer.
The drive by Booker. Here's Ayton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
You know, you think back to DeAndre Ayton's college career, he demonstrated three-point range. And while he's eager to show that in the NBA, the Suns want him to attack the rim.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Schroeder. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And Monty Williams said offensively, Ayton's got to be 80% beast, 20% shooter.
The reason they say that, Greg, is they want him to exploit the elite physical tools he brings to the game. If he can draw more fouls, he can get to the free throw line. And he's such a good shooter there, it only makes sense.
And there's Booker on the assist by Oubre. Booker's got 11 points.
Their first basket in 4 tries. Let's see if that basket gets them going. It can be contagious now.
Paul outside. And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Paul. Carter, the pass to Baines. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Suns making a change here. Saric is checked in. Thunder trailing by 4. The drive by Schroeder. Here's Noel. And Baines pulls it down.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
But they recover it. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. To the left side wing. It's stolen by Saric. Here's Carter. Finished off the break. Carter's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns.
Well, that's the strong defensive play by Dario Saric, making that basket possible. How alert to get his hands on the ball and start the break.
And they're able to recover. Muscala dishes to Noel. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Muscala, the pass to Noel. Back to Muscala. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And the Thunder making a change here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. Suns leading by 7. Carter looking around. He dishes it to Kaminsky. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. For 3, Booker. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Booker. Almost, but it rolls out. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Dort's checked in. Booker outside. And it's good for 2.
Well, it's 6'6". Let's remember, Devin Booker has enough size to feel confident on the interior.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Phoenix leading by 7. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. For 3, Booker. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got 4 rebounds in this game. Schroeder outside. Knocks it loose. Dort passes to Schroeder. Over Kaminsky. Wow! Unbelievable!
Can't do it much better than that.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back to the action after this word. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Oubre out there with Frank Kaminsky. And it's Ayton in at the center position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Booker outside. The Suns need to get a shot off. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Kaminsky. Rubio's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Suns. To the left wing. Paul with the ball. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Gallinari. Paul for three. The Thunder with another miss.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his first foul. Aaron Baines is checked in for the Suns. Ayton finds Baines, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And now a 9-point Phoenix lead.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The Suns shooting reasonably well, 45%. Baines passes to Ayton. Back to Baines. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. No good from Booker.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Rubio dishes to Ayton. Rubio outside. On the wing, Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Shot from free throw range. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Johnson, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Ferguson's checked in. Paul outside. Feeds it to Adams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Well, Steven Adams is as strong a player as there is in the NBA. Draws the contact there.
Noel's checked in for Gallinari. Suns leading by 8. Oubre outside. For three, Booker. That one doesn't drop. And the Thunder going the other way now. And stolen by Booker. And taken away by Paul. Down low, Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, that goes in.
Great concentration through the contact. Gilgeous-Alexander, excellent focus.
Booker in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Ayton kicks to Booker. Oubre outside. 5 on the clock. Ayton trying to break free. Good.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
A putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Rubio right side. Johnson outside. In the corner, it's Oubre. Back to Johnson. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. That one rolling around and rims out. Under trailing by 6. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from Booker. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Back to Paul. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Oubre passes to Rubio. He kicks it to Johnson. Here's the pass to Booker. The putback, and Ayton stays with it. And the Suns lead by 6.
But DeAndre Ayton is engaged. He's focused, and he delivers a clutch bucket.
It's good. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
That's a statement from Chris Paul. He understands game is in the balance. It's my time.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's foul number 2 for him. Johnson dishes to Booker. And so they choose to intentionally foul. So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
Count it!
If you don't like pressure, you shouldn't play basketball. Mr. Gallinari with the delivery.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great.
Up next, the welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. DA.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Chris Paul is still searching for his first title.
Thank you, DA. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the small forward position. And for the Timberwolves, we've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Malik Beasley out there, and it's Towns in at the center. And the rejection by Towns. And he recovers it. Gallinari wide open. Off target with his three. Towns with it. Out left to the wing. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Well, Gallinari does such a great job of recognizing the floor space, and that time, credit him with the assist.
Outside, Russell takes it from 10. It's stolen by Adams. 3-on-3. Oh, the lob to Gallinari.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. It's a good possession all the way around.
And it's Russell missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Adams, the pass to Gallinari. Here's Dort. Hernan Gomez covering. Hit the tip, and it's Adams on the follow.
And Steven Adams just a wrecking ball down there with his size and strength on the offensive glass.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Towns throws it down.
And how about the athleticism from Towns there, skying up with ease to power through on that alley-oop.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Adams.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Inside, it's stolen by Adams. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Gallinari left side. The shot misses. And Minnesota now the other way. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Minnesota. Johnson, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Jake Layman comes in for Josh Okogie. And Culver's subbed in for Beasley. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Chris Paul. And the Thunder with some changes. Nerlens Noel checks in for Steven Adams. Mike Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Johnson. Over Muscala. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Noel down low. Pass to Muscala. Launches it. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Johnson. Reed the pass to Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
Well, known for his athleticism, Johnson can sneak up on you, and that time, that dunk looking second nature.
Schroeder looking around. Out to the wing. Diallo inside. Now here's Noel. The Thunder with another miss. 1:12 left to play here in the first. Johnson, the pass to Reed. Makes it off the glass.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Now, here is Muscala. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Diallo. And it's in there. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. To the wing on the left. Here's Layman. Pass to Culver. Here's Noel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot by Johnson, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
You can see how Schroeder's eyes get big whenever he has a chance like that. Surprising from the point guard position.
Pass to Reed. To the middle. Kicks to Culver. On the wing, Johnson. Lets the three fly. He can't hit that time. And so it's Oklahoma City with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And if you're wondering whether players watch the standings, check out this clip from...
One thing we have to do is stop comparing ourselves to...
You know, Greg, he makes a great point. Even when you have mostly the same guys, every season is different.
And if you're a coach, it'll give you gray hairs trying to preach that to your players. Many guys don't believe it until they're in it and then have to dig themselves out of a hole.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
We've got Johnson. Layman is out there with Culver. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And Ferguson very capable of highlight reel plays like that.
Johnson surveying the floor. The pass to Layman. The 3 ball. It's intercepted. Fast break. Here we go. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. No points in the game yet for him.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Gallinari with the steal. Adams with it. Beasley covering. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
Can I say it? Terrific athleticism from Gallinari. I just did.
And going back to when he turned pro at just 16 years of age, Gallinari has proven to be one of the best players ever from Italy.
You think about his final year in Milano and just how highly efficient he was, first in the league's ratings overall. 6th pick going from Italy to New York City, and the fans had no idea what they were getting, but Gallinari eventually dealt in the Carmelo deal, and his career, although it's been multiple stops, has been pretty exemplary.
Al Paul. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Offensive rebound, and it's Gallinari on the follow. And the Thunder lead by 6.
That's more like it, rounding into form after a very, very difficult first quarter.
Lehman kicks to Beasley. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Paul against Russell. Rocket 6. Shoots from the elbow. No good from Hernan Gomez. The Thunder leading by 6. Gallinari with it. He's picked up by Russell. Fires from the line. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Gallinari.
Just love to see Chris Paul operate in that area. Slows himself down. Great balance. It's one of his many strengths.
Beasley the pass to Towns. Floats one up. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. To the paint. Passes to Dort. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. Diallo, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. Outside, Towns. To stop the run. And Towns throws it down.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in, and Culver's subbed in for Beasley. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Schroeder's checked in. And so it's Paul bringing it up for Oklahoma City. They've led by as many as 11 points. 52 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. 40 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's the lob to Adams. That one, no good.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
It's stolen by Adams.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Towns. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Diallo, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... Oklahoma City has the edge here at halftime. They have an 8-point lead. And that'll...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Karl Anthony Towns with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And when you're behind in the game, that's what you've got to do. Contest every shot.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Yeah, you don't see those over and back calls too often because they're just so easy to avoid.
So you want to get your coach fired up? Do something like that right there. That kind of loss of concentration will drive your coach crazy.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Count that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander, a unique frame at his size and an intriguing scorer.
A couple years ago, after making all-rookie second team, we knew Gilgeous-Alexander was good. But, Greg, last season he went from good to great.
I mean, how about almost doubling his scoring average? Became a tremendous rebounder out of the backcourt. He gives you assists and picks up steals as well. Once he gains more strength, this guy could be a perennial all-star.
Gilgeous-Alexander up there, so dynamic as a finisher.
Up top, Russell, defended by Paul. Elbow shot. They get the rebound. Towns, the pass to Russell. And here is Hernan Gomez. Russell left side. 4 on the shot clock. And they double up Russell. From deep, Hernan Gomez. The Thunder pull it in. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. Timberwolves on defense. 8-point game. Here's Paul. Knocks down the 10-footer. Paul's got his second basket.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
Johnson outside. Now the dish to Beasley. Towns, the pass to Beasley. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Culver's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Thunder also changing it up. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. Back to Schroeder. A second chance effort. That's to Diallo. Shot clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Towns for 3. No good on the shot. The Thunder leading by 10. Diallo the pass to Noel. He feeds it to Muscala. Back to Noel. Now here's Culver, the fast break chance. Here's Okogie. The putback. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Well, Thunder have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Noel finds Diallo. Here's Ferguson. 3-pointer on the way. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Johnson dishes to Beasley. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the third. Towns down low. Noel on him. And it's Towns missing.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And Noel kicks to Ferguson. Pass to Diallo. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed's checked in, and it's Russell in for Culver. 43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Russell left side. That one wide left. The Thunder leading by 12. Diallo the pass to Ferguson. Schroeder kicks to Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Rebound by Okogie. Russell left side. Inside. They swipe it. Here's Schroeder. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Oklahoma City enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. You've got Russell, and it's Johnson in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Timberwolves trail by 12. The pass to Hernan Gomez. Here's Reed. Adams defending. Here's Reed. Got a piece of it and taken away by Paul. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Beasley, the pass to Reed. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there, would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
Passes it to Dort. Back to Adams. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Hernan Gomez kicks to Russell. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Well, he's a gifted passer. This is one of his natural abilities, and the instincts just showing off from Russell there.
Here's Dort. And he makes good on the layup. And the Thunder lead by 9.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Here's Russell, and again it's Minnesota converting.
And I think D'Lo has all sorts of confidence when he has that kind of spot in his arsenal.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. No good, shot missing. And Minnesota will come the other way. Up top, Hernan Gomez. Gallinari covering. Beasley against Gilgeous-Alexander. Beasley, the pass to Okogie. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Towns is checked in. Paul outside to the middle. Here's Adams. Oh, and there's the foul. It's on Josh Okogie. That is his first foul of the game. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Noel's checked in. Paul against Russell. Gallinari attacking. Clock at 4. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. Towns with the steal. Pass to Okogie. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 1:49 left in the fourth. The drive by Paul. Dishes it to Noel. Got that one up quick. And the Thunder lead by 7.
Well, just wants to continue Nerlens Noel to show that he is working on his game offensively to become more effective.
Up top, Russell, defended by Paul. And taken away by Paul. To the inside. Dort. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Zero hesitation from Shea on that play.
James Johnson checked in for Juan Hernangomez. Timberwolves trail by 10. Inside. And the rejection by Noel.
And Noel in there to intimidate and does so there.
Ball against Russell. 1:06 left in the game.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Oklahoma City.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Steven Adams.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Dort passes to Paul. Over Russell. Bank shot. No good.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Nerlens Noel, since coming into the league, seemingly has fought an uphill battle to try to find a role on a team where he can consistently make key contributions. Let's hope it's now. Yeah, that'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Pass to Spellman. Down low, Johnson. The layup off target. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
That's a great look at our locations. We are...
Kevin, thanks very much.
Oh, they're getting closer. Thanks, D.A. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre, and it's Ayton in at the center. Now here's Beasley. Goes up to the stripe. Up again, and it's Ayton with the rebound. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Booker dishes to Johnson. Goes back up. Booker the pass to Oubre. Back to Booker. Bucket is good. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience on each side.
And Kevin, you know what that means? It means we're going to see some spectacular plays, but a few that'll have you scratching your head as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
Oh, I love how Towns plays with a chip on his shoulder. He brings it every night with force.
Booker with no one around. Johnson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Outside, Russell. Pulls it from the elbow. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
You know, I love seeing players use the middle of the court. It just opens up your options, and for a guy like Russell, it gives him a lot of freedom offensively.
Now here's Booker. And that one is good.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well.
To the paint, and stolen by Ayton. Top of the key, Booker goes up, and the dunk by Booker.
Well, so often we see this, transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
And how about that instant response? Don't try to throw down on his team. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault on the basket.
I think the stakes just got raised a little bit.
Here's Oubre after the basket by Minnesota. Four on the clock. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and two shots coming up.
And just as Kelly Oubre was coming into his own as an NBA starter, a meniscus tear in his right knee ended his season. Now, back in action. We'll see how quickly he can recover his explosive athleticism.
And before the injury, Kelly Oubre playing a career high in minutes. 38 to 40 minutes a game with regularity. G8, do you think that load could have contributed to his injury?
Well, Kevin, all young players want those minutes, but that right knee had troubled him for a while. PRP treatment back in 2017, and perhaps some questions for the Suns training set. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Over to the wing. Culver passes to Towns. And it's Oubre off the drive. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Now here is Carter following the missed shot by James Johnson. Sharch finds Bain. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Towns with it. Now guarded by Saric. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Well, guys, nobody's boxing out. I mean, I could go out there and get an offensive rebound. They're just watching. And if you're the coaching staff, that's unacceptable.
That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 3 assists in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Noel passes to Layman. Baines against Towns. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. The drive by Booker and the dunk by Booker.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns with an 8. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Johnson is out there with Layman. And there's D'Angelo Russell, and it's Reed in at the 5 down low. That's tipped. And here we go. Suns running again. Here's Ayton, finished off the break.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Russell with the bucket.
They opened the gates, and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
Phoenix leading by 18. The drive by Rubio. Bridges kicks to Rubio. Here's Kaminsky. The shot that time, not on target. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. Beasley, the pass to Reed. Now here's Beasley. Defense is right there. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Beasley's got his first points of the game.
Beasley just outworked the defense there. I mean, was able to get into his shot and get it done inside.
And the pass to Jerome. Here's Ayton. Kicks it out to Rubio. Passes it to Jerome. Just 5 on the clock. And a lot of contact on that one. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns. Outside, Russell. Pass to Reed. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Yeah, you look at Russell, and one of the things I like most about his game is this guy has great vision and passing ability.
Rubio misses.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Phoenix, no good that time either. Timberwolves trail by 14. It's Russell with the drive. Okogie misses. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns.
And Josh Okogie, a rugged wing defender out of Georgia Tech.
Yeah, and he takes an awful lot of pride in that aspect of his game, Greg. He wants to lock people up, always active with his hands around the ball.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Here's Noel. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 1:51 left in the first half. And it's Rubio penetrating, banked in off the glass. And the Suns lead by 16.
And, you know, with all due respect, hey, that's a mistake by the defense. You want to close off the lane and force Rubio to shoot from outside.
Now, here's Culver. Covered by Rubio. A nice shot by Culver.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Kaminsky. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And given how big Kaminsky is, it's tough to knock him off balance. I mean, he does a really good job of maintaining his focus.
And Rubio kicks to Bridges. Pass to Jerome. Good on the shot.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Left side, Towns. Got a piece of it. And now the Suns a fast break. Rubio misses.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Kaminsky finds Johnson. And it's Rubio penetrating. And he gets the bucket. Rubio's got 4 points in the quarter.
High percentage look there, guys. Rubio's best chance to score, and he maxed it out.
A nice shot by Culver.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Bridges shot. Good.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Off the inbound. Here's Towns. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt and his 3rd make.
So good to see young players have a feel for creating for others, and Culver flashes potential as a real playmaker.
Rubio, there's his 3rd field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots. And here's Culver. And there's the pass to Towns. With 1 on the clock. And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's Devin Booker putting in some incredible work. He had 12 points and 1 rebound. He's been...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And there's a whistle. That goes on Hernangomez. That is his first foul of the game. Knocked away.
only their first turnover of the game, taking terrific care of the basketball.
And that's one more key to their lead, guys. I mean, they're creating opportunities for each other and not the other team.
Rubio misses. Timberwolves trail by 18. And here's the break. Back to Booker. Six to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off, and Ayton throws it down.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Russell looking it over. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Some changes for Phoenix. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. Timberwolves also changing it up. James Johnson's checked in for Hernan Gomez, and Layman subbed in for Josh Okogie. Johnson over to help. Baines passes to Booker. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the way up. Booker's got 14 points.
Against Booker, a little contact usually doesn't go a long way. Strong body control there. The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Russell, no luck.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And here's the fast break. Layman pass to Towns. Got it. Good job in the low post. 8 points for him.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Carter kicks to Booker. Offline with his three. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Kicks it out to Johnson from deep. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small in his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
And the Suns making a change here. Bridges checks in, and then for Minnesota, Reed's checked in, and Culver's subbed in for Beasley. For three, Booker, and it's Russell with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Culver, defended by Booker. Reed misses. Phoenix leading by 21. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Ryan Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Minnesota also with the sub. Okogie's checked in. Timberwolves have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. 35 seconds left in the third quarter. And we know GA's shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress. And at Texas Tech, Jared Culver operated as a lead guard. Is that a role he can fill at this level?
You know what, Greg? I think he's got the potential to. He's got excellent vision, good size, a really nice pace to his game. I think he can play some point, but he may be best suited as a secondary creator.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
And that's just another mistake. I mean, they've got it on autopilot, and they look totally dejected.
It's deflected. Culver with the steal. To the middle. And he slams it one-handed.
Yeah, you know, this is just too easy for Okogie. I mean, the defense cannot afford to let him get deep, established positioning.
Now, Kaminsky. And so it's the Phoenix Suns sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've had active hands in a... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a two guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Minnesota, we've got Culver. And it's Okogie in at the 2 spot. Kicks it to Culver. Five on the clock. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Rubio outside. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
And Phoenix making a change here. Johnson's checked in. And stolen by Ayton. Phoenix leading by 21. Rubio finds Booker. The 3. The rebound by Johnson. Minnesota shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Okogie, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Your son, Cole Greg, was one of the top high school players in America. A lot of services had him number 1. Talk about what it was like going through the recruiting process as a dad.
You know, it was fun for the most part because he really kind of kept everything in perspective. And the teams we dealt with, the schools we dealt with, man, they were all top-notch. So that process, about as enjoyable as one could ask for. But at the same time, it's still stressful, man. That's still your little guy getting ready to head off to college.
Well, you're a dad and a proud one at that. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Here's Beasley, and the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And Ayton stays with it.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Beasley against Johnson. Beasley left side. They get a hand on it. Over Johnson. Another miss by Minnesota.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Booker. And that one goes long.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Okogie misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Totally unselfish play there from Ayton. Sends the ball to someone with a wide open look.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Now running up the court, Evans trying to push it up. Vanderbilt's shot is good.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Jerome, defended by Towns. Baines, and the dunk by Baines.
What a fantastic finish there on the break.
A textbook kickback to set up the easy finish.
To the left side wing. Evans feeling it out a bit. No good from outside.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Ayton, the pass to Jerome. Baines with it. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Phoenix.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DeAndre Ayton.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Evans outside. Passes it to Noel. This one for 3. It doesn't go for him, and Phoenix will come the other way. We've got 28 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Ayton, the pass to Baines. To the inside, and the dunk by Baines.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Here's Noel. No good. So it's the Suns winning easily here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play all.
And we've got...
Hey, Kevin, thanks for...
They're such a great reflection of their coach. Thanks, B.A. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. And for Oklahoma City, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. Now here's Paul. And Adams kicks to Gallinari. Back to Adams. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Noel's checked in for the Thunder. Booker looking around. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Couple terrific centers in tonight's matchup here, Greg. Great pivots, but center matchups are far from traditional, it seems like, these days.
No doubt about it, Kevin. Once you get into this now small ball mindset, this positionless game, I mean, you're seeing guys as short as P.J. Tucker play the 5. Because, listen, when you're 25 feet from the basket, if I'm 6'2" and you're 7'2", I can still guard you. So because of the spacing now, it allows you the luxury to play smaller.
Here's Booker after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And Ayton throws it down.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
Here's Oklahoma City. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Dort, covered by Oubre. And Dort gets it to go. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And he makes that one.
Boy, this guy's operating like a 10-year vet. Booker making all the right decisions almost immediately.
Man, such an easy release for Devin Booker. Doesn't have to elevate that much to get that shot off.
And what that means, Greg, is that smooth stroke translates into the three-point shootout. Booker with the all-time record, 28 points in a round. That leads to a victory in 2018 in that contest. That was special.
Pass to Booker. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton's so good at using his physical advantages.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. It's Noel. It's out the key. And stolen by Booker. And now here's Oubre. Fast break chance. Puts it up for Rubio. And the officials call a traveling violation. Ferguson's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for Phoenix, Aaron Baines. He's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Saric comes in for Johnson. And it's Bridges in for Kelly Oubre. Now here's Paul. Pass to Adams. Schroeder against Booker. Here's Noel. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Saric.
Look, he might have a wiry frame, but Nerlens Noel has deceptive strength. Makes the D look helpless there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Gallinari, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Diallo subbed in for Chris Paul. Here's Jerome. Saric passes to Jerome. Back to Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
Well, what I love is the aggressiveness of Dario Saric, making sure he leaves no doubt.
Schroeder looking over the floor. The pass to Diallo. Noel down low. Covered by Bain.
And honestly, you hope for more of this from Nerlens Noel moving forward. This guy must develop his interior game.
Back to Carter. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Gallinari. It's deflected. And here is Bain. He's still scoreless so far in this one, but they'll get another chance. Poked away. Oh, and here comes Schroeder all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, the quick hands of Dennis Schroeder to create the havoc defensively and get a steal.
To the paint. Out to Saric. Back to Baines. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel. The Suns shooting their first free throw of the game. 9 seconds left here in the opening quarter. The drive by Schroeder, and it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. With 2 seconds left. Can't capitalize inside. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. And don't.
That's just how it is.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Diallo. Then there's Gallinari. Then it's Mike Muscala. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
But Danilo Gallinari, obviously much more known as a scorer. But how about the court vision there?
Kaminsky, the pass to Jerome. Back to Kaminsky. It's stolen by Schroeder. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gallinari running. Here's Ferguson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Knocked loose. Here's Baines. It's tipped. Here's Muscala. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. And the Thunder making a change here. Adams checked in.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Kaminsky kicks to Rubio. Dishes to Oubre. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, it's the Suns missing. The Thunder leading by 4. Schroeder outside. Back to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
There is a persistence about Steven Adams. Quality defense will not deter this guy if he wants to score. Nice finish.
Now here's Booker. Kicks it out to Rubio. Wants to get it to Booker and does. Ayton dishes to Booker. Clock at 6. Shoots over Adams. A putback. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What a motor by DeAndre Ayton. Great job on the second chance putback.
Gallinari finds Adams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Yep, it counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Back to Rubio. Pass to Kaminsky. Booker in the corner. Plenty of space. Ayton kicks to Kaminsky. Launches a three. The offensive rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Down low. And rattles out the dunk. You know, the layup might have been a better shot for him. The drive by Rubio. Basket counts.
Good hard drive by Rubio. He can really turn on the Jets.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Schroeder against Rubio. And the rejection by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now for three. Booker. The Suns keeping it alive. A new 14. From past the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 7 points in the game.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
I think what you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is the size, athleticism, and instincts he brings to the position. This guy has the whole package.
Now here is Carter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the basket. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Great concentration through the contact. Gilgeous-Alexander, excellent focus.
Ayton inside. Noel on him. Here's Jerome. Saric passes to Jerome. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. Ayton. It's good on the putback.
And look at it. A significant portion of their offense coming on those second chance opportunities.
Inside. And stolen by Ayton. Here's the lob to the hoop. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
Here's Paul. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. Certain guys give their... And that...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Suns trailing.
And, you know, we talk a lot about Paul as a leader on and off the court. Was elected president of the Players Association back in 2013, re-elected for a 4-year term in 2017. People simply trust his point of view.
Setting the floor for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Oubre. And it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. Here's Dort after the Suns pick up 2. Gallinari up top. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Well, we know for Chris Paul, Greg, it's nothing new to lead. But on Oklahoma City last year, he had to do it without being surrounded by superstars.
You know, that's okay. Paul's a guy who wants to set the table. You have to have the ball to do that. And he's at his best when directing traffic and making his teammates better. I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Passes to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And here's Booker from the arc. No good that time. And the Thunder going the other way now. Gallinari outside. Paul outside. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Oubre. The shot by Paul, no good.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Goes back up. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
This guy is a talented rebounder. DeAndre Ayton excels at getting to the right spot.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And Phoenix also making a switch. Baines is checked in. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
Yeah, Booker understands how to navigate his way to the paint, and he's not going to shy away from contact. Nicely done to pick up the foul.
And the Suns making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. Diallo finds Noel. All up top, covered by Rubio. And he comes up with the deuce. Paul's got 6 points.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
To the right side. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Paul. Wide open shot is on the money. Now just a 5-point Suns lead.
Well, the mid-range is always a good option for Chris Paul.
Booker inside. Adams defending.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And Noel kicks to Adams. The pass to Dort. To the paint. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Thunder making a switch here. Ferguson's checked in. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's Jerome. Out to the right wing. Saric passes to Jerome. Out left to the wing. Bridges finds Baines. A second chance effort, and Adams sends it back.
Boy, this guy is such a defensive stalwart. Steven Adams' size and timing. Send it back, Steven.
There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Carter looking around. Over Diallo. And it's Carter missing.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Here's Ferguson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Just 4 to shoot. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Saric. Booker, he's checked in for the Suns. On the left block, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
On the wing, Booker. Paul with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Boy, there's an energy about Nerlens Noel, and if he's being this assertive, the defense has got to be uneasy.
Oubre's checked in for Aaron Baines. 29 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Booker, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Booker's got 11 points.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devin Booker, elite as a scorer.
Diallo kicks to Noel. Pass to Paul. 13 feet away. That one a little long. Charge outside. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Misses there. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Suns lead by. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Thunder trailing by 3. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Diallo. And it's Ferguson in at the small forward. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Diallo, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And people talk a lot about Diallo's athleticism, but this guy also plays with a high motor.
You're right, Greg. He's always in attack mode. He runs the floor, willing to crash the boards. And defensively, this guy shows great lateral quickness, great tenacity, footwork. I get that he's raw, but the upside is absolutely there.
Andre Ayton's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Here's Booker, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Suns lead by 1.
Well, that should surprise no one. Devin Booker so good in the mid-range.
Paul with the ball. And the rejection by Ayton.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Charge finds Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Back to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. Out to Charge. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Off target from the wing.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Gallinari, and Gallinari throws it down.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
Booker against Paul. Charge outside. Oubre dishes to Booker. Adams' shot is off.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Booker the pass to Oubre. Back to Booker. To the inside. Ayton. Good. A nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you can see, guys, how much confidence DeAndre Ayton plays the game with. This is especially so on the offensive end.
Now here's Paul. Down low. And Adams kicks to Paul. Over Carter. A shot by Paul, no good. Suns have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Ayton finds Oubre. Adams against Carter. Pass to Saric and slam dunk by Saric.
Saric with the big-time delivery in the big moment. Wow!
Now Paul. Shot from 12. Connects. The jumper drops. Paul's got 4 points in the quarter.
If anything, you know you can count on Chris Paul to deliver in the clutch. He is so competitive, so tough.
Now here is Carter. Back to Ayton. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
DeAndre Ayton unafraid in the big moment. Nice delivery.
And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Thunder. We've got 1:23 left in the 4th. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Devin Booker. Good on the first, and that ties the game up.
Well, you think over the course of Chris Paul's career, he will have had a 10-year stretch where he was the best point guard in the league. But perhaps the value of his leadership qualities will be the thing he's most remembered for. Competitive spirit, pushing his team to the next level. What a career.
Now here's Booker. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Paul. Got it.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Now here's Booker to the middle. Here's Ayton. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Adams, a nice D. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And Chris Paul gets the 3. Paul's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder.
That's a statement from Chris Paul. He understands game is in the balance. It's my time.
Booker dishes to Ayton. He drops the first one, and that brings them within 5.
I tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
Paul against Rubio. Passes it to Schroeder. Back to Paul. Schroeder kicks to Paul. Shoots the 3. Misses the shot. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. It was a fantastic ball game.